Welcome back to the Creator Club Career Mode, guys. Thank you continually for your support on this save. It's very much appreciated. Please do continue to smack the thumbs up button. If you're enjoying, if we could hit 2,000 again, that'd be absolutely superb. It really helps the channel grow, so I very much appreciate it. We start today not bottom. We start today with points on the board. And giant games of football today. Yes, we've played some big teams. We've played Liverpool. We've played Leicester. We've played Arsenal. We've played Everton. All really European challenging sides. It's only Brighton and Leeds that you'd say aren't top 7 or 8. And Leeds are currently having a great season, and Brighton only just managed to get the result against us. Leeds are currently 7th in the table, I think, and Brighton are top half as well, I believe. Indeed, Brighton in 9th, Leeds in 6th. So we've played 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 9th, and 13th. And 13th, we got a point against. And Leicester, obviously, a decent side. So, with 15th place Norwich to play, 18th place Southampton, and 20th place Brentford, we have to be picking up more points and, preferably, our first win of the season today at some point as well. We cannot afford to lose games to those around us. Doesn't matter about those above us, really. With regards the top half, we just want to stay in the league, and winning games against sides that are around us at the bottom is going to be absolutely vital. Now, can we add to the squad, though, with some more youngsters that look like they might be decent? He's going to be a no now. We gave him a little while. I'm still not sure if... oh, actually, he's new. It was someone else that I thought might have been able to perhaps be decent with the position change. I'm curious to know what those two Germans would look like. Again, we'll give them another month and just see... if they're worth calling up, or if they're not really at the top of their game. I might call Theodore Bowden up just to see what he looks like. That's a definite yes. 78 to 94 potential. He's 5'5", but with a position change might be very, very good indeed. We'll give you another month, Stanley. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. And that is a probable no as well. Right, okay, let's have a quick look then at those youngsters that we've just called up, and maybe we might find another gem. We're still waiting to see some exceptional growth from some of our youngsters. Continually, I've actually now changed, as per your suggestions, Reggie Bird. I keep wanting to call him Ryan Bird for some reason. Reggie Bird I am retraining to be a centre forward. So, we're moving him central rather than out wide. Now, Bowden, do you have pace? He does have pace. Okay. Potentially, with some training, he may be decent. He may be decent, but we're going to need to improve his dribbling, and we're going to need to improve his passing. Let's concentrate on the passing first, because agility and balance are already pretty decent at 75 and 73. So let's start to work on him. And then Sean Arnold. Good agility and balance again. Not quite as quick. Technically, though, good ball control, good curve. Not much else. Free kick accuracy and dribbling, probably more of a winger. Although, looks like he could work at Cam. So we'll continue to train him, and we'll just hope for the best. Let's see. Let's train his passing and his dribbling. And then see if we can't get some more out of a couple of other youngsters that might grow quite quickly, should they find the right development plans and eventually the right amount of first team football. Right. Relegation 6-pointer number 1. Followed by City. Followed by relegation 6-pointer number 2 and 3. This is the biggest episode of the save so far. Norwich City. Tim Krul in between the sticks. Max Aarons, Grant Hanley, Ozan Kabak and Janulis. Billy Gilmore sat holding. Creative more so than defensive. Norman, Dowell, Solis and Rashica with Timu Pukki through the middle up top on his own. Kieran Dowell, you imagine, will push forward in support. Similarly, Solis. Rashica as well. They have danger in their front lines, but they're not having the best of seasons. Obviously, they're Norwich in the Premier League. We now need to turn up properly. Vasquez out wide on the overlapping run, perhaps. The left back. Max Aarons will have the pace to deal with it, though, so we'll play the 1-2. Try and get this central again. You can see how Norwich are sitting with Billy Gilmore really deep in front of the back four. Scale with the delivery. He's not going to find a teammate, unfortunately. But we are positive and forward thinking in the opening stages. Milot Rashica is going to be so tough to deal with. He's so fast. So is Solis, as far as I can recall. That's a lovely ball into Solis. And Kieran Dowell slams Norwich 1-0 in front. That wasn't the start we were hoping for. Or even close to it. The mountain to climb just got bigger. We'll try and build again. That counter-attacking pace for Norwich is terrifying, though. But, oh... they're the balls that need to find the way through. Apologies for the elephant impression. That was really frustrating. I thought for a moment, a brief moment, we'd opened them up. Will's played in by Pracer's header. He'll get the ball back and play the 1-2. The overlapping run is there. I just can't find the ball to Williamson. He hasn't been able to have the opportunity so far in this game, or even a couple of the previous. Lovely ball into Norman. The chest down, he's offside. Norwich looking like they might press a little bit, but Max Aarons is caught out of position. And we'll look for Williamson in behind. I'm going to have support arriving. Vasquez is there. Delivered in towards the near post, but cleared away by Norwich. And Solis and Kieran Dowell will get rid of it. Do have Pracer set to stay back whilst attacking now to try and help with those counter-attacks from either Norwich or anybody else. Unfortunately, it didn't work for us with our first counter-attack because we still conceded. Here's Solis again. Out wide to Janulis, forward from left-back. Couldn't quite get there to outmuscle him. This is good football from Norwich. That's unbelievable football from Norwich. It's a great save by Zachary Carr, but how do you deal with that? How do you defend against the team that, or all the teams that move the ball as quickly and as accurately as they do? So tough. So tough. Norwich in the box again, just trying desperately to find someone in the way to get a block on. The resultant shot like that, Eaton will get it down, bring it down, and we'll try and carry this away. It did pop up and hit an arm. They've got a free kick in a decent position now. Rashica could deliver it into the middle. He's probably not going to shoot from there. He's wound up with a lot of power on. He is going to shoot from there. Poor decision. Let me change player, please. Okay, don't then. If they score now, I'll be pissed. They haven't. Carr with the save. I wanted to change to the man that was literally underneath the ball as it was dropping, and it just wouldn't let me. Are they going to go short here? They may well, actually. They have done. Milot Rashica played in. Trying to force him backwards. Keep this 1-0 scoreline as is till half-time. Ozan Kabak to Milot Rashica. Don't like this. Pookie! Good save by Carr. Hanging on again. Here's Norman to Rashica. Good tackle. We'll hold them out till half-time. Southampton drawing away from home against Chelsea at half-time, so it looks like they're going to gain an extra point as it stands. Norwich would extend away from us quite considerably at this moment in time if they were to hold on for their 1-0 win. This has been a really tough first half, to be fair. Norwich keep the ball better than most that we've played to this point. I haven't really had the opportunity to build anything of my own in that first half. But maybe the second half will be one that goes our way, but we just can't seem to keep the ball at the moment. Here's Milot Rashica. Nice tackle by Burnett, but it still falls free to a Norwich man. Janulis tackled by Scale. Don't give a foul. Thank you. Slightly concerned that they were going to get something there. Tried to intercept and failed. Williamson is in the middle here. Oh, but the passing is just not good enough from a number of players so far this season when looking for those killer through balls. That one was even meant for feet and it still didn't reach its target. And then when it does reach Williamson, he can't turn his man. Frustrations are building here in the stands and in the dugout. We need extra quality in the side, and we need it soon. Wheels driving centrally. Driven to Vasquez. And out wide to the left back, Verlinden. Quick ball forward. It's loose, though. We'll pick it off. We don't get caught on the counter on this occasion. Presser out wide to Scale. I do have my wing-back set to not attack, but they certainly were getting a long way forward there. Can we play this into Vasquez? We can. And across here is Pearce. No, Tim Krul with the save. Keep the chance alive. Keep the chance alive. Lovely turn by Wills. I'll try and stand it up. Verlinden! Oh, it's not Verlinden. It was Williamson. Good save by the goalkeeper. Brilliant save. Good header by the Dutchman. Peter definitely on target, but a fellow Dutchman in between the sticks denied us. Billy Gilmore going off for them. They're making a change. That looked like it might have been Lise Malou coming on for them. We'll find out momentarily. It was indeed. Now can Williamson win another header? Not quite. Can we get to that first? No, by the fact that I'm changing direction with Eaton, you can tell that I wasn't going to get there first, and he's also offside. But positive signs in this second half so far. We're looking like we might find an equaliser if we can do that again. Keeping the ball nicely here, Norwich. Of our 3 opponents today that we consider relegation 6-pointers, they are the highest of the group. Norman twisting one way then the other and having me with no idea where they're going to go. Having to rely on the near post save again. 15 minutes to go. Timu Pukki draws another save, and that's his last action of the game. I bet they're going to bring someone like Adam Ida on, who's going to be absolutely rapid. In fact, no, I'll leave Presser on for now, and it'll be Vasquez that we take off on this occasion. Segura's been good as an impact player off the bench. I'm going to bring Woods on. I think I might start Woods moving forward in this right-hand side cam role to try and get a little bit more. Wills has been decent, but I think Woods might offer something extra. And it is Adam Ida that they're bringing on off the bench. So extra pace up top for them now. Their 5th corner of the game, as Norman will deliver it, and they look for the killer second goal. Back to Solis, deflected off Martin, and the referee points to the spot. Blocked with an arm. It'll be a penalty for Norwich City here. Let's have a look at the replay. His arms are out like this. You can't complain. You can't complain. Milot Rashica steps up. Saved by Zachary Carr! The amount of pens saved this season is actually remarkable. I think only 2 of about 8 have actually gone into the back of the net so far this year by ourselves and the opposition. Make the run in behind, please, Alexander. Get there, get there, get there, get there. You've got support. Here it comes. Scale. Into Presa. Chelsea have scored in their game. Hopefully to send Southampton behind. Indeed, Southampton are crumbling in the second half. They've conceded 3. We might end up conceding a second here sooner rather than later if they keep building like this, though, Norwich City. Adam Ida will spread this out wide. And Giannoulis won't keep it in. We've 7 minutes to rescue a point as Daniel Farke makes another change for Norwich. Please, let's rescue that point. Rashica off. Giannoulis manages to deal with Alexander Woods well. And now here comes Kieran Dowell, their goal scorer. Ida to Norman. Struck well, but comfortably held by Carr and will bowl it out quickly. Come on. I just lack a little bit of pace in forward areas, and it's really affecting us at the minute. The January transfer window can't come quick enough. Although we don't have much money, we may well have to rely on loans, but loans certainly can be utilised in a side that's as low on average rating as us right now. Adamida has kicked that straight to me, but I think time is going to run out on us. I've not even kept the ball. We're going to lose by a goal to 0 to Norwich. We fought hard in this game. If Tim Krul hadn't made that save from Williamson's headed effort from the corner, or maybe we'd scored to not need the corner in the first place, then it wouldn't have mattered because Adam Ida's come off the bench and won it for Norwich. Scenes, boos ring out, and the fans are really starting to get frustrated now at our slow start to the season. Oh, relegation 6-pointer number 1, lost. Post-international break, we are back bottom of the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 read the points on the way up, and we're hoping to be 16th or 17th come the end of the season, but things are certainly going to have to go up from here. But you can see City's starting lineup there. Cancelo at left back, Laporte, Diaz and Zinchenko, Fernandinho, Gundogan and De Bruyne, with Mahrez, Sterling and Jesus as the front 3. This will probably be a resounding defeat. 5-3. Williamson with 2. Presa with the first. Wow. City created a lot of chances. That's outrageous. A 5-3 defeat. Watford lose. Newcastle lose. I didn't quite quickly enough glance Southampton's result. They've picked up a point. Or Brentford have picked up a point. I think actually Brentford have picked up a point and Southampton lost. We're still, though, only 3 points outside the safety area of 17th place. Eaton is asking if he can, well, not necessarily asking if he can continue to play there. He's making the most of playing there. I've moved him to the right. I've brought Woods in at cam because Eaton is a little bit quicker. And also, for that last game at least, and we'll do this for the next game as well, brought Segura in at centre mid. Vasquez drops to the bench for the time being. Next game on the horizon was Southampton away. On the way next. 19th versus 20th. Ralph Hasenhüttl's men Alex McCarthy in goal. 4-4-2 for them. Kyle Walker-Peters, Jack Stevens, Jan Bednarak and Roman Perrault. Stuart Armstrong, Theo Walcott, Oriol Romeu and Nathan Redmond, with Che Adams and Adam Armstrong up top. Fraser Forster on the bench, Nathan Teller on the bench. El Yanusi will be dangerous as well. Loney Broha on the bench too. I continually have, this will be the first time I'm using the slightly altered 11 with Segura at centre mid alongside Ishmael Precer, and then Oscar Eaton out wide as we look to try and get a little bit more end product from him, as we haven't had as much as we'd hoped from our star player so far this season. Couple of moments for him, like the fantastic goal he scored against Wolves in the Cup, but still waiting for him to light the Premier League alight. Hopefully today is the day. Through the middle to Oriol Romeu and Theo Walcott, intercepted nicely by Segura. Rate that. Pearce looking to bring it forward. Segura across. And Precer, look at the run on the right-hand side from Oscar Eaton. That's the outlet we haven't had in a wide area with a little bit of extra pace. Nice turn inside. Precer, Segura. Oh, Alexander Woods turned well, but couldn't get the shot away. Promising, promising, promising. Let's build on it. That's going to go out. I don't think he'll keep that in. He's done brilliantly there, Nathan Redmond. And he's going to accelerate away from it. Trying to outmuscle him. Doesn't quite work. Cheeky toe poke. Toe poke pass. And the move ends with a shot. From Theo Walcott, I think it was. It was indeed. Number 32 for them. He's going to take the corner himself, Theo. Towards the back post. Oh, Jan Bednarak's up. But Carr tips over the top. Do lack a little bit of height in there at the moment. Theo Walcott with another delivery. This time, someone that does have some height is up. That's Martin. Romeu brings that down. I was hoping he'd stick a toe in or just throw his chest towards it. Oriol Romeu! He can't get a touch on that. He did. I'm not sure whether it needed it to send it over the top of the bar. We do concede a lot of set pieces. Thankfully, we haven't conceded from a lot of set pieces, though, so far in this save. Only a couple of corners have found their way into the back of the net. It's more from open play that we're in trouble. Blocked by Bennett. We'll just work it away. We'll work it away. Calmly does it. No mistakes. It's Theo Walcott again. Che Adams on the overlap here. Perrault. Che Adams. Armstrong. Armstrong. Che Adams. What can you do? All the way around the outside and then the square ball. 1-0 Southampton. Armstrong into Armstrong. Romeu. Theo Walcott. He's got great moves, Theo Walcott. That's 2-0 Southampton. Really well tucked away and expertly built as well. A different kind of goal scored by the opposition there. They didn't work it around the outside and play it through. They've taken on a one-on-one and just smacked it home into the top corner. We are 2 behind here at St Mary's. Burnett. Out to Scale and Precer. Scale again. I think they chase me so well, and there's not much movement from my own players here. We'll get that in there to Williamson. Out wide, nicely to Pearce. Back looking for Segura, and Segura from the edge of the box, off the top of the bar. So close to a goal back. Keep the move alive, keep the move alive. Pearce. Precer. Oh, no! The final ball is missing once more. Can you believe it? Everything we're trying at the minute doesn't work. I think it might be time for a formation change for the last game against Brentford. Carr made the tip around the post. Definitely going to change things up for the third game. Evidently, what we're doing isn't working. I was hoping that it was basically because we were playing sides that are much better than us. But we've come up against sides that should be at the same sort of level of us, at least sides that are having a similar start to the season as us, and we're still not quite cutting the mustard. So, for the game against Brentford, we will switch things up. It's time to change personnel, it's time to change positioning, time to change the formation, and we will tinker tactically to try and make the difference. And it's the quality that the other sides have that we don't yet that is making the difference. Relegation is a real possibility for us this season. Che Adams makes it 3-0 Southampton. Redmond. Back to Romeu. Broha. Perrault. Broha. Perrault. Broha. Perrault. Long. Broha. Long. Theo. Good save. Time for a corner for Southampton. 3-0 is still the score, even though you can't see it top left. It's evidently not been fixed. Walcott with the corner short. Redmond out-muscled by Verlinden. A counter of sorts. Again, trying to rescue goal difference if we can. Theo Walcott tracking back here. There's options in the middle. Here's Pearce. Moved him centrally now and away from the left-hand side where Hyde has come on to add a bit more pace to our attack. Trying to squeeze it through the gap that's not there, unfortunately. And they're squeezing it through a gap that is there to Shane Long. Good tackle by Uwe Martin. We've got some decent defenders. They're just a little bit alienated, I think, in this formation. I need to drop my two midfielders deeper. Maybe add a third man in there, perhaps. Hyde tries to turn and get a shot away. Gets the turn, but not the shot. We're going to lose heavily to Southampton, unfortunately. We've come to the conclusion that changes are needed to be made. Time to switch away from this 4-2-3-1. Try and get ourselves a little bit more defensive solidity, and then hope that we can perhaps nick a game by 1 goal to nil, sorry, rather than losing by 3-0 and 3-1. There is the final whistle. Right, Brentford on the way next, at home. Time to tinker tactically and try and find the answers. I got hammered in that one, like actually properly battered. As we approach the game against Brentford, we've had the position change confirmed for Reggie Bird now. 55 rated right mid, but a 56 rated centre forward. And I'm sure we can improve that in the not too distant future by training him as a penetrator. That's the term used. So we'll see if we can get some more growth out of him. And then from there, maybe we can start considering bringing those youngsters up. I have made my tactical changes to my starting lineup. I'll show you them momentarily. Bird is now 16, actually. So we can call him up to the first team squad. We'll promote him to the senior squad. Similarly, Arnold is also 17. So we'll promote these boys up. And hopefully we can start to see some improvements in them in the not too distant future. I'll try and get them loan football in January. I'm just going to release Sebastian Mayer, unfortunately for him. He's just not going to cut the mustard. So hopefully those guys can get loan football. But this is what the side looks like now. I've narrowed it up and we've dropped the midfield back and grouped them together. So I've got more options when I'm on the ball. Because I'm finding that I'm having to look further and further afield to try and find the pass to play the ball about. Hyde is in on the right-hand side to add a bit of pace. Eaton is on the left but tucked into a left attacking midfielder rather than right out on the wing. And like I say, the midfield three have dropped. And the two wide defenders are dropped from wing-backs to full-backs. So hopefully that will add a little bit more defensive solidity. And then from there, we can look to score some goals. That's the change I've made initially. Let's go and see if it works. Brentford, David Raya in between the sticks. Mas Roslu at right-back. Christopher Ayer, Pontus Janssen, Zank and Rico Henry. Mas Bistrup, Christian Nurga, and Fosu sat in the midfield with Johan Wisser up top alongside Ivan Toney, unsurprisingly. Right, Brentford. What have you got for me? My last managed team come back to potentially haunt me. Vasquez with the switch. Scaler's there. Looking to turn inside Rico Henry. And Burnett will switch this over the other way. Verlinden. Oscar Eaton is making the move down the line. And we'll pull that back and play it inside. And here's Wills. Support. Vasquez was in a decent spot with some space there and backed away from it. Hyde with a delivery. Did that hit an arm? It didn't. Cleared away. Here's Johan Wisser on the counter. And Ivan Toney, both of them got the pace and danger to cause us problems. Johan Wisser scored a lovely overhead kick in the Carabao Cup a couple of days ago. Mas Bistrup to Johan Wisser. On the overlap here is Mas Roslu, and Fosu, thankfully, is headed well wide. Wisser. There's Ivan Toney. Oof, well wide again from Brentford. Can't find the target. Two chances for them now. One with the head, one with the feet, but neither causing the keeper any problems. Scale just going to have to outmuscle Ivan Toney here, and he's done that well. Hyde keeps possession nicely. Just try and work it about. Come on, let's start to create some good chances in front of goal, shall we? Wills. I see the space here for Hyde, who's in behind. But Rico Henry's just too quick for him. Really good chance that opened up for me there that we haven't been able to take. Pracer into Wills. Laid that in front there of Vasquez. And Williamson is in. Keeper's going to come. He's offside. Oh, the one time I get in behind and find the pass and he can't hold his run. Keeper was coming too. I was just going to try and loft that over him. That's a ball that they're looking to find in behind. Flattened. But now my defender's out of position. Get back there, Martin. Get back there, Uwe. Why are you so deep? What's going on there? Rico Henry. No! Good block. Keep it in play. Deny them the corner. Jesus Christ. I don't know what happened with my defensive positioning there. Or that pass either. That was a simple ball down the line that he's ballsed up. Away, please. Williamson to Eaton on the overlap here for Linden. Go back to Eaton again. And across here to Wills. Support by Preser. Looking for Williamson. Can't find him, but the ball falls back to us. Vasquez will switch this. We have been better in possession in this game by an absolute mile. Like, properly better than we have been in previous games. This is a really good move too, and it will find Wills in the box. We'll stand it up, and the keeper crabs it. Damn you, boy. Tony, Henry again, into the middle. Wissa, they've got men forward here. I don't like this. Mass Bidstrup, well blocked by Uwe Martin. We'll lift it forward, and it will find Eaton. It's actually Vasquez that's making that move forward there. Get to it first. Let into a teammate. Wills. Look at the run on the far side. It's Hyde. He's in behind this time. Come on, young man. No! Ah! I saw the man arriving in the middle right at the last minute when I'd already committed to taking this shot and didn't have time to fake it. And then... No! Chances are coming, though. You'll have noticed from the highlights that you've seen in this game just how different we're playing here. Provided we can stay defensively solid, as they bring on a defensive player. That's how worried they are about our attacking plays so far. Gimme. Onyeka. Rico Henry's there again. Here's Ivan Toney. This is dangerous. There just isn't the defensive positioning intelligence in the box at the minute. A number of times we can see goals where there's just a man free and the defender isn't close enough. He's just lost him there. He's just lost him. It's a great ball across. We trail against Brentford, but I think the first port of call for me in the January transfer window is new wing-backs. We haven't got much money, and it will have to be loanees rather than permanent signings in this first season in the Premier League. It's Christopher Ayer still forward from their corner. Wissa. Tony. Good block by Uwe Martin. And Wills to Vasquez. Away from his man. Williamson. Looking for Eaton. On the break. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! Goal for Cheese FC! The Chesnians are level. The tactical changes are working. Wait, he's just doing laps around the corner flag. Let's go! Oh, I don't care that I had to sweat it. I've been sweating off by the AI so far this season. We scored another goal and we're going to get another point. Against relegation rivals, Leo Hyde makes the difference on the right-hand side. I could see him breaking as I was in behind, getting beyond the final man. We just had to make sure we found him whilst the angle was still open enough for him to find the finish. And he did! Rico Henry bursting past Scale, though. And there's still the chance. Oh, but Uwe Martin says no. Stands firm, and we will get another point in the Premier League. The tactical changes have worked. To an extent. Still no clean sheet, but more points and a goal again. And you will have noticed from the highlights how much better football we were playing there. Still only 2 shots and continually struggling to find the breakthrough pass. Got just that lack of quality in the pass, and at the back, the lack of quality in defensive positioning. And Williamson probably will finish chances if I can get the ball to him in open areas. Haven't been able to do that. After 10 games, it looks like your team can't buy a win. This isn't the time to panic. We're not going to panic, both in terms of the game and in terms of content. I like a team that never gives up, and we will never give up. I'm not going to cave. I'm not going to lower the difficulty. I'm not going to change the sliders. I want to grind through this challenge and prove that we can do it. We've gotten a point against Brentford there. We're now 6 points from safety as Norwich beat us and Southampton beat us. But another point on the board. Players are starting to get a little bit of unrest though. Reggie Bird, I know there's more to come from you. We're going to send you out on loan, mate. And these are the guys that I've just added to the loan list prior to the January transfer window that hopefully will get some first team football and grow quite nicely. Right then, we might as well look at the monthly scouting report here at the end of the episode rather than the beginning of the next one. A left back. Intrigued. Let's have a look at you then. Still wait to see what your position is. 6'6", Philippe Lorenz. Well, you might be worth having a look at. Let's see. 75 to 94 at right back. Again, worth the gamble. Okay, we might be finding some more players that could do us a job. Stanley Price is a left mid. We'll see what you're like. We'll see what you're like. That's going to be a straight no. That's probably a no as well. I'll say no there. We're going to wait and see how you grow. Noah Spencer's going to be a no. Wait and see exactly where you play first. And Riley Holt, at only 15, we'll wait and see where he plays too. So we've got some Germans that we've added to the youth squad there to add to the point we've just picked up. Let's see, left back, Lennart Kuhn. He's not very fast. He's 5'9". He's got good jumping, but he's just not very quick. Let's put him on a development plan. And let's increase that pace and acceleration. And then hopefully some defensive stats too. And then Julian Graf, a right wing back. Again, no pace. I don't want players that are absolutely rapid for me to be able to break the gameplay engine and catch on the counter. But it would be nice to have a little bit of pace somewhere. 5'10", Julian Graf. Not really excelling anywhere either. Okay, we're not having much luck with the youth systems so far. Stanley Price, not very fast. His passing's decent. He's passing decent. He's got decent agility. Can we up his sprint? Can we get like a +3 on either of those? There we go. Support midfielder. That'll do. Support midfielder. Give him high work rates. We'll keep our fingers crossed. As you can see, we've got some money to spend. We just need to make sure we spend it in the right areas when we get to January. Tomorrow, Chelsea, Tottenham, and crucially, at the bottom of the table, Crystal Palace as well, who were underperforming, have started to pick up a couple of results and are up to 14th, but certainly a side that may well be beatable. They've got the best defensive record, joint with Newcastle, of everybody from there down, but not massive amounts of goals for them. Similarly ourselves, but maybe now, maybe with this change in formation, we've unlocked a little bit more potential in this side. Maybe so. Like we said in the interview, not time to panic, but certainly starting to get a little concerned. But there's the January transfer window to come. There's the chance to find an absolute worldie with the youth scouts too. There's progress to be made by this side, and I have faith that we will make it. And you guys are probably thoroughly enjoying me actually having a save like this where I'm genuinely struggling, rather than where you kind of struggle for the first few games and then kick on and end up finishing in the top half. This is going to last all season. This may end up in my first ever relegation from any division in any save ever. I'm sure you guys would love that though. There were some people that were actually quite frustrated that we were starting a creator club in the Premier League and not lower down. There will be creator club series in lower divisions. Don't worry. But you may see me in a lower division later on in this save. We'll have to wait and see how things progress. But for now, another point on the board and progress being made. It's slow progress, but one step at a time, one game at a time, and maybe we can stay up. I'll see you tomorrow.